Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator. In this video, we're going to talk about this right here. California, the state, has declared an emergency as land movement threatens power lines. They say that you can almost see the ground move. This was September 3rd, 2024. Today's the 6th when I'm recording this right here. This is Yahoo News. What to know about the landslide threatening homes in Rancho Palos Verdes. This was also covered in People magazine. This was September 5th, 2024. There was also a couple of good YouTube videos I saw about this too. These two people, they go out and they filmed around the area. This land movement has been going on for a while. You can see where the roads are just, all the cracks are filled in here. Here's another glimpse of road where cracks are filled in. This right here is one of the big pictures that's being shown today where the ground just, I'm kind of chuckling a little bit here, but where it just kind of fell out from underneath it. Look at all these cracks that have been filled in, and then the road is closed. This is a pretty good little video here. This guy, Casey Jones, he's a professional engineer and a geologist. He states his credentials at the front of this, and he shows the area on Google Map, right there, and he points it out right here, really where it's at. So he gives you a little more of a look around here and talks about some of the engineering aspects of it. This is a pretty good video that talks about it too. But right now, this land is moving about a foot a week. Let me see. Right now, Southern California Edison notified the city 105 out of 270 Seaview homes that their electricity service will be discontinued for a varying length of time due to the risk of utility equipment igniting, a wildfire, or other hazards caused by down wires or damaged equipment impacted by the landslide movement. They said this on September 2nd. So gas lines were already cut off at the end of July 29th, I think it said here, but it says here the movement has accelerated dramatically over the past 12 months, where some areas are moving up to 10 inches a week. They added that you can almost see the ground move. And then they show that picture that's everywhere when you look up this information here. They say that for many of those places, it's not a problem over a human lifespan or even multiple human generations because that's just a blink of an eye from a geological perspective. But there are instances where a series of heavy rainfall events or shaking from earthquakes or other geological processes go on beneath our feet, get those landslides moving again. So these landslides are moving again. This is a situation that's been going on for decades, but right here, they say, I think we're all learning there is no playbook for an emergency like this. What we do know is many families are struggling and suffering with great anxiety about what is happening. They are watching their homes, they're watching their streets crumble around them. And this Yahoo article says that on Tuesday, Newsom declared a state of emergency for the city after local utility provider shut off electricity and gas to 245 homes due to broken pipes and power lines causing hazards. It says that the problems caused by slipping land are nothing new to the city, which has spent millions of dollars on numerous engineering reports and fixes since the 1950s to stabilize the ground and prevent homes from crumbling, according to city records. Stopping the largest landslide has been a top priority for the city of Rancho Palos Verdes. City officials have allocated over $4 million to the stabilization of this natural disaster. In 1990, a city report found the landslide landslide complex was moving less than 1 foot per year. A city geologist survey in June 2024 concluded that some parts of the landslide complex have been moving 9 to 12 inches per week. And then you even get a road construction sign warning you that constant land movement for the next 0.8 of a mile. So essentially they're saying your car could just fall into a crack that's opened up, basically. And the city says that it has been navigating this crisis for almost 2 years, and the skyrocketing costs of responding to this emergency are taking a toll on our coffers, said the city manager. And for months, we've been asking for public assistance from every level of government. But it's like this guy here says, how much money do you keep throwing at this for something that isn't ever gonna stop happening? This has been going on for decades, and right now there's just an increase in activity, so this is coming to the forefront. It says here, the earliest city report on the landslide dates back to April 25th, 1957, when the ground movement extended over 200 acres. The most rapidly moving portion of the slide has traveled about 22 feet in the 7 months between September 17th, 1956 and the date of this report. And that was in the 1957 report. And some residents are working with contractors on plans to lift their home, this is from one lady specifically, and build a steel foundation that will sit on cribbing. Repairs she expects will be out-of-pocket expenses. So they're going to great lengths to try to get foundations into these homes that don't crumble when all of this land moves. A city council member said that this is unprecedented. No one knows really, in a way, what to do. Well, I don't know. California's, how much in debt are they? They're massively in debt. And as this professional engineer says, how much money do you just keep throwing at a problem that isn't going to go away? And the power company says that the outage is indefinite because the shifting ground threatens utility poles and raises the risk of fires in the city, especially with the gas lines. And there's a bunch of utility crews out there trying to figure out something to do. Officials say the land there has been shifting slowly for decades, but the problem is worse than it used to be. The movement has accelerated dramatically over the last 12 months, where some areas are moving up to 10 inches a week, said another city council member. Well, that was the same guy who said you can almost see the ground move. And the sheriff is reminding people that they are stepping up patrols in the community and launching drones to look for looting. You're going to jail if you come here to steal anything. But this road apparently just fell in here. And right here, this video shows that they went over to Wayfarer's Chapel. It's, they said, a National Historic Site. And it was all glass. And now you can't even drive into there. They're dismantling it because it's just not even safe to stand anymore. And because it's a protected historical landmark, they can't just tear it down. So they're dismantling it piece by piece in the hopes of reconstructing it somewhere else. So I'm not sure how they got the picture here, but this is what it looks like, I guess. But right now, that along with a lot of other things out here in Rancho Palos Verdes, they're in some serious issues out here due to the fact that the Earth is always changing, and especially in Southern California, the Earth can open up right underneath you, and it's wreaking havoc on this town and this neighborhood now. So stay tuned, people.